morning, friends. We have seen the profile leveling or longitudinal leveling in previous lecture. Today we will see the last type of leveling, which is cross-sectional leveling. Okay, so please give the heading cross-sectional leveling and let us draw the figure with me. Now here I will take an alignment. Suppose the first alignment will be from say point A to point B, and it had changed the direction from point B towards the point C. So say point AB is my one alignment, and from B to C it is your second alignment. Now in cross sections, what we have to do is across this particular length. See, first AB, we have to take the levels across with this particular length. Let us divide this particular width, we can say, in equal distance. Say it is 5, 10, 15 and 20 on both the sides. 5, 10, say 15 and say 20. And point A will become, let us say, the center line. So I will say it as 0. On this 0, on both the sides, right side and left side, I have divided in 5 meter intervals. So 5, 10, 15 and 20 on both the sides. Now I will set a station of instrument station. Say this is P, my instrument station. I will keep the instrument on station P. I will do the temporary adjustments. I will bring the bubble at the center by using the legs and by using the foot screws, and once it is correctly centered at the center, I will start with the taking levels. As the usual manner, we have to take the first level on the temporary benchmark. So somewhere, suppose this is my temporary benchmark. On this temporary benchmark, let us take first level and find out the height of instrument. How to find out the height of instrument? This TBM will have some RLs. So that RL of TBM plus first reading on that TBM will become your height of instrument. So that height of instrument will be constant until and unless you will disturb this instrument station. Okay. Now all the setup is done. We have found the HI. Then you can keep the staff on any of this particular point one by one. Say I have kept the staff on 20 meter, see that is my left, so I will say L20. I have kept the staff on L20, I have took the reading. This dotted line shows I have taken the reading. On the same line, 15, L15, L10, L5 and the center line. And from the instrument, again, say this is my right side. R5, R10, R15 and R20. I will take the levels. The first section I have taken the levels. Suppose at point B again, we have to take some levels. I will divide it equally in 5 meter, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15 and 20, and I'll again take the levels. 3, 4. This is 5, 10, 15 and 20. Now at point B, the alignment gets changed. So we have to take the cross section perpendicular with the alignment. So this will become my alignment, which is 90 degree with the BC. So say again here 5 meter, 10 meter, 15 meter and 20 meter on both the sides. I won't draw it because it is almost a confusing pattern. And this is the last cross section. I will again take 5, 10, 15 and 20. Say 5, 10, 15 and 20. So if from point P, if it is not visible, I will select another point. Say that point is P1. I will shift the instrument from P to P1. I will do the temporary adjustment, bring the bubble at the center of its run, and make sure that your line of collimation is exactly horizontal. Then again take the reading on the TPM, because we need a new HI. As we have shifted instrument from one point to another point, we have to calculate the new HI by putting your star on the TPM. Put your star on the TPM, find out, observe the reading on the TPM. That observation is to be added into the RL of the TPM, and you will get the new height of instrument. Okay, so from this new height of instrument, again bisect point, respective points. And by using either rise and fall method or collimation plane method, find out the reduced levels. So the main purpose of cross-section leveling, or what is cross-section leveling, is if we are taking the levels across this particular alignment. So you can see AB is my alignment. In this particular direction I will be moving. So across the alignment I have taken the levels. So that is your cross-sectional level. So at point B, it have changed its direction towards C. So again I have taken the cross section exactly, and I have divided in exactly again 5 meter interval. Say 5, 10, 15 and 20. And as from point P, by doing the temporary adjustments, I have taken the observations, and I have shifted instrument to another point, to point P1. I have established again new HI, and from that HI I have reduced the respective staff readings to get the reduced level. So we can use collimation plane method or rise and fall method to find out the reduced level. So here, did you understood the basic difference between longitudinal leveling and cross-sectional leveling? In profile leveling or longitudinal leveling, we will be taking the levels along the road. We will be taking the levels along the road. But in cross-sectional leveling, we will be taking the levels across the road. So that is the main difference between the longitudinal leveling and cross-sectional leveling. So I suppose that it is almost clear. Those who wanted or who wished, please take the levels and please draw the figure correctly. And if you have any kind of doubts, please let me know. I'll be available in between our lecture timings, and I'll be chatting with you or clearing your doubts. Thank you.